Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to discuss a new lesson for the subject music in grade 5. So let's start with. So we will be going to discuss about the musical symbols and concept in the music. So here we have the content standards. The learner recognizes the musical symbols and demonstrates understandings of concepts pertaining to rhythm. And also we have here the performance standards. The learner performs with a conductor or speech chorus in simple time signature. 1 choral, 2 is instrumental. And for the knowledge, you have rhythm, 2 musical symbols and concept, notes and rest, meters, rhythmic patterns, time signatures, and conducting. And for the learning competencies, we have here 3. Identify visually and orally the kinds of notes and rests in a song. Recognize rhythmic patterns using quarter note, half note, dotted quarter note, and eighth note in simple time signatures. And lastly, identify accurately the duration of notes, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4 time signatures. And we also have number 4 and 5. Create different rhythmic patterns using notes and rests in time signature as 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. And last one, respond a metric pulses of music heard with appropriate conducting gestures. Now let's proceed with rhythm. So when we say rhythm, it is a fundamental element of music and poetry, referring to the pattern of sounds and silences in time. It what gives music and spoken language a sense of flow and a movement. So that is what rhythm says. And now let's proceed with moving the rhythm. So everybody moves to the rhythm. So music is a good thing to bring when you are going on a field trip or road trip, isn't it? Music helps keep everyone in the bus alert and entertained. Furthermore, it also lets you build memories by having a song time or song theme for your trip. So when we say music is a good thing to bring on a field trip or road trip, this means that bringing music along can make the journey more enjoyable because music adds fun and energy to the travel experience, and music helps keep everyone in the bus alert and entertained because listening to music can prevent people from getting bored or sleepy. It keeps the mood upbeat and help pass the time. Furthermore, it also lets you build memories by having theme song for your trip. Music can create strong emotional connections. A certain song played during the trip can be a theme song that reminds everyone of the fun times they said even after the trip is over. In short, music makes trips more fun, keeps people around, energized, and helps create lasting memories by associating songs with the experience. Next, with the gadgets such as smartphones and tablets, it is easy to download and save must to play and listen to. Anywhere, do you remember field trip when one classmate starts dancing to the upbeat music in the bus and then later everyone was moving to beat too? Movement done in time to music is called rhythmic movement. Music has motion and it can invite everyone listening to be in motion too. So this means that thanks to modern devices, because people can easily access and carry music with them, it's convenient to listen music anytime and anywhere. Music can be stored on devices for offline listening. This is useful on trips where there might not be internet access. The author is trying to create a shared memory or experiences. They describe how music on a bus ride led to dancing and fun among active classmates. So in short, music is easy to access using technology, and it has the power to bring people together through rhythm and movement. And now, what is rhythm in music? Rhythm in music is a pattern of beats, sounds, and silences that happens over time. It's what makes music move, and it gives a sense of timing. And next, here, what is rhythm in music? Rhythm has something to do with the regular recurring motion marked with strong and weak beats of the sets of notes and rest used in a pattern. These notes and rests serve as aid in the rhythmic movement. For example, different kinds of notes can create different movements, just like what the pictures illustrate. For example, rhythm is about a pattern that repeats regularly. It involves movement that follows a steady flow, like walking, clapping, or dancing. In music, some beats feel stronger and others are weaker. This creates a beat pattern like 1, 2, 3, and 4 and many songs. And next, how can these notes create some movement? Musical notes create movement by showing how long and how strong a sound should be. When we hear or feel these notes, our bodies naturally want to move in time with them. This is what we call rhythmic movement. So here, how can these notes create the movement? So here we have sway, glide, stomp, and tap. So rhythm creates swaying through slow, steady beats that can make the body move gently side to side. It creates a glide with long, smooth notes of flow, encouraging soft, continuous movement. A strong, accented beat makes us stomp, matching the power and energy of the rhythm. Fast, light beats lead to tap as the body reacts quickly to the quick, playful rhythm. And next, rhythm can be fun and enjoyable if you will move with it. For instance, you can walk to a quarter note, glide to a half note, and hop on a eighth note. So here, in other words, you can move to the beat of a certain note based on their beat values. Rhythm can be fun and enjoyable with you move along with. For example, you can match different movements to different notes in rhythm. Walk slowly to the steady beat of a quarter note, glide smoothly to the longer sound of a half note, and hop quickly to the faster pace of the eighth note. Moving like these steps will help you feel the music and enjoy its rhythm even more. And how are musical notes relate to each other? Musical notes are related to each other by their pitch, either how high or low they sound, their duration, how long they last, and their place in a scale or key, which creates harmony and melody in music. Together, these relationships have formed patterns that make music sound organized and pleasing. And next, musical symbols such as notes and rests have corresponding number of beats. The following pyramid of notes show how each of the notes related to each other. So in here, musical symbols like notes and rests represent sounds and silences in music, and each one lasts for a specific number of beats. The pyramid of notes shows how these different notes are connected by their values, how long each one lasts compared to the others. For example, a whole note lasts longer than a half note, which lasts longer than a quarter note, and so on. These help musicians understand how to count and play the rhythm correctly. This is the example. So here we have whole note, half note, quarter note, eighth note, 16th note. Whole note has 4 beats, half note has 2 beats, quarter note has 1 beat, eighth note has 1 half beat, and 16th note has 1/4 beat. Next, what are the different notes and rests and their time values? Okay, so in here, you have here the notes. What are the different notes and rest under time values? Okay, you have here the notes, name, beat value, rest, and the name of the rest. Okay, we're going to identify the note name, whole note, half note, quarter note. So whole note has 4 beats, half note has 2 beats, quarter note has 1 beat. That one, the rest for whole note is whole rest, half note has half rest, quarter note has quarter rest. Next, we have also here another notes. We have notes, name, best value, rest, and the name. Here we have 8 notes, 16th note, 32nd note. So 8 note has 1/2 beat, 16 note have 1/4 beat, 32nd note has 1/8 beat, and 8 note has 8 rest, 16 note has 16th rest, 32nd note has 30 seconds rest. So what are dotted notes and their values in music? So in here, what are dotted notes and their values in music? In music, a dot is another musical symbol whose function is to prolong the time by 1/2 beat. If you add a dot to a note, the beat value of the note with the dot increases by 1/2. This means that you have to play or sing the dotted note longer than the original way the note is intended to be sung or played. So in music, a dot is a symbol placed next to a note to make it longer. When you add a dot to a note, it increases a note's original length by half of its value. This means you hold or play the dotted note 1.5 times longer than the regular note. So if a note normally lasts for 1 beat, a dotted note lasts for 1.5 beat. This helps create more interesting and varied rhythms in music. Now let's move on. Here we have the item, note, rest, and value, or the number of beats. Dotted whole note or rest, dotted half note, dotted quarter note, dotted 8 note or rest. So this is a value. Dotted whole note, 6 ang value niya because 4 plus 2, because the half will be this one, 4 plus 2, and then 3, 2 plus 1, because the value of whole note is 4 plus 4, you're going to make it half, so that is 2. So the value of the dotted whole note here is 6. And next one, we have dotted half note. The value is 2, so the half of 2 is 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3, so that is the value of dotted half note. And the value of dotted quarter note is 1 and 1/2, because the half of 1 is 1/2, so the value of the note and rest is 1 and 1/2. And the dotted 8 note is half po niya is 0.5 plus half po niya is 0.25. So 0.5 plus 0.25 is 3/4 ang value ng beat ng dotted 8 note or rest. So that's it. So in this chart provides a clear breakdown of dotted notes and dotted rest along with their beats values in music. A dot placed after a note or rest increases its value by half of its original duration. And next, we have here, what are dotted notes and their values in music? So here is how musical dot works. Originally, a half note has 2 beats. When you add a dot after it, it becomes a dotted half note which has 3 beats. The same is true with the quarter note and other notes and rest. So, a musical dot changes how long the note lasts. For example, a half note normally lasts 2 beats, but when you add a dot after it, it becomes a dotted half note and lasts 3 beats, which is the original beat 2 beats plus half of that 1 more beat. The same idea applies to quarter notes and other notes and rest. The dot adds half of the original note's value to make it last longer. And next, here we have the symbols here. Just this one. So the value is 2 plus 1 equals 3 beats, or 1/2 of 2 is that 1. And a minimum or half note is worth 2 beats. When a dotted is added, the dot is worth 2 beats, so it will become 1. Therefore, a dotted minim or the dotted half note is worth 3 beats. So, a minim is also called a half note. Normally lasts for 2 beats, and when you add a dot next to add half of the note's value, in this case, half of 2 beats is 1, so dotted minim lasts for 3 beats or 2 plus 1 beat. This means you hold the play or the dotted minim longer than the regular minim. Next example. So in here, a crochet quarter note is worth 1. That is the dot is worth of 1 beat. Therefore, a dotted crochet dotted quarter note is worth 1 1/2 beats. Next, refer to the beat of the value of half note 2 beats equals 2 clefs, a dotted half note 3 beats equals 3 clefs, a quarter note 1 beat is equal to 1 clef, and a dotted quarter note 1 and say and for the half beat, which is shown on the illustration above. Okay, so that's it. A half note lasts 2 beats, so you can clap 2 times to fill its length. A dotted half note lasts for 3 beats, so you can clap 3 times to match it. A quarter note lasts for 1 beat, so you clap once. A dotted quarter note lasts for 1 1/2 beats, so you're going to clap once and then say and for the extra half beat. This helps you understand how long each be held or played by using clapping and counting. And here, so these are the example half dotted notes, so that's it. So it will become 3 because the value will become 2 and 1, so 3 dotted quarter notes, that's 1, and it will become just like that one. So it will become 3 dotted 8 notes, so it will become just like that one, 16 note. Okay, so this is the summary of the illustration below. Note type, half note, quarter note, 8 notes. So the half note has 2 beats, 1 beat, and 0.5 beat. So 3 beats because the half, it will become 2 plus 1 is 3, 1.5, 0.534, so equals, that is the symbol. So that is all our lesson for today. I hope you understand our lesson about the musical symbols and concept along with the rhythm. Thank you for listening, everyone. See you on our next class. Goodbye. God bless everyone. Subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.